inside. So this is an entry area. They have a wall light here, and we have other switches here. So we have S3, X. So we are going to ask ourselves, what are these S3? What are these 00 elements? What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of our online Revit tutorial course. This is live from Infinity Build Consult. We provide Revit tutorials from zero to hero. So guys, on this episode of my course, we are going to learn about electrical layout plan. We are going to deal with some of the symbols in electrical layout plan, and also we try to provide some description, as well as I'm going to guide you through a PDF file so that we read more about electrical layout. When we are done, we move right away into Revit and provide our electrical layout plan. So guys, help me and share my screen with you. So let's move right away into the screen. So when you come to my screen, this is a design I did for a client, and I'm trying to use this drawing to show you how the electrical layout works in Revit. So I'm trying to open the 3D area so that I show you how the building looks like. After that, we move on into what our 3D element. So back to my screen again. So I'm going to uncheck the section box. So this is the plan we are going to use to provide our electrical layout plan today, guys. So when you want to do electrical layout plan, what you have to do is to provide what? A duplicate plan for your view. So this is what we are going to do. So when you come to my screen, you can see we have ground floor plan, we have ground floor level. So you have to know the difference between ground floor level and also ground floor plan. So what we are going to do is we are going to work with the ceiling plan area. So I'll come back to my ceiling plan area, and also, okay, let's use the floor plans. So I'm going to right click. When I right click from here, and I will just have to come to duplicate. So I'm going to use duplicate by dependent. So when I click duplicate by dependent, you can see from here that I have two views here. So from here, I'm also going to do a duplicate by as dependent again, as you can see from here. So when we do that, now we are going to rename the view that you can see, the one that my mouse is on it. We are going to right click on that one and do rename. So you just have to key in on your keyboard as electrical layout plan. I think electrical layout plan is okay. So now we have our view here. Let me delete this one, we don't need this one. Okay, so having our view here, the next thing that we are going to do is to provide our ceiling plan or our ceiling element. We are going to provide our ceiling element. So I'll come back to my ground floor plan. Okay, so when I'm in my ground floor plan, what I have to do is to go back to my architecture tab, as you can see. Then I'll come to ceiling. So you choose the ceiling type you want. So this one, we are going to use the normal POP ceiling board. So I'll click on OK, and then I have to set the height offset. So let me expand this area so that you see all the properties here. So this is what height offset of the level. So let me first take a section so that you know where the height level is going to be. So from this side to this side is 3150. That's our room height. So let's go back to our ground floor level or our ceiling level. I think it's best we open it from here. So, and let's go to the architecture tab and select the ceiling again. So it means we can do our ceiling level, let's say 2.7. Okay, but first of all, before I send you to the ceiling level, before I draw the ceiling level, I told you that we are going to learn one or two things before we do our electrical layout plan. So let me take you through that one before we come back to the electrical layout plan. So this is there is a image here I'm going to show you. So this is how electrical layout plan looks like. We have the family area, we have the living area, we have the kitchen, we have the garage, we have the shop room, we have the utility area. So, and you have the dining area as well. We have the bath and other elements. So you can see they have a wall light around the building, a wall light around the building. And also let's zoom through so that we see what are inside. So this is an entry area. They have um a wall light here, and we have other switches here. So we have S3 X. So we are going to ask ourselves, what are these S3, what are these 00 elements? So in case you know these symbols, you can just comment at the comment section box so that we learn together. Infinity Build Consult, we inspire the world to the next generation. So guys, let's impact the world and we impact ourselves. So guys, let's move right away. As I was saying that, so when you come to the kitchen area, we have S3 having what, so many zeros. So we can see that these are the wires here connecting to what, four bulbs or four ceiling lights. So this is a three-way switch, I don't know. So we are going to learn together, as I said. So when you come to the dining area, we have a switch here with a bulb, we have a switch here. So when you are coming from here, you can switch your dining light. When you are coming from the garage to the dining area, you can switch your bulb here as well. In case you enter into the kitchen, you can also switch your, we have day 72 degrees, I don't know if it's the AC, and we have other sockets here. So this is a symbol for sockets. We are going to learn all together here today on this tutorial today. So we have the TV at the living area, the TV socket here. So these are a few symbols we are going to talk about, but before that, let's move into a PDF in which I'm going to show you the symbols here and their names, and also learn more about the electrical layout plan. So let me try and open my PDF. Okay, what's up guys? So first of all, I'm going to show you the symbols in which we just went through. So these are a few symbols. We have the electrical door opener, we have the bell, we have the other plenty elements here. We have the wall mount, we have clock. So when you have a 0 and C, we have, it's called a clock. We have drop cord, we have switching leg, electrical circuit, high voltage. So these are the lines, or these are the wires. So it talks about you can use what, a thin line, curve, or a straight line to represent what your wires. So we have multiple duplex convenience outlet. We have duplicate convenience what outlet, the wall outlet. So these are the switches in which an outlet would switch. We also have weatherproof outlet. So these are the symbols in which we saw some in electrical plan I showed you earlier. So we also have switch with timer, we have three-way switch, we have double pole switch, we have single pole switch, we have a vacuum here, a stereo speaker, we have the TV cable outlet, we have the electrical circuit high voltage area. So these are symbols in which they come up with their names here. Okay, so let's read something here which is interesting. What are electrical symbols? So electrical symbols are used to show lighting arrangement desire in the home. So this include all switches, fixtures, and outlets. So keep in mind we have what fixtures, switches, and outlet. All electrical symbols should be drawn with circles. So these are some description they are talking about. So when you come here to we have placement of switch symbols. So when you have a vertical wall, you just have to place your symbols like this. When it's an horizontal wall, this is how you have to place in. So guys, we are going to do all this thing today in our Revit tutorials. So keep tuned. So when you come here to let me zoom out. So when we come here, it's called what? Single pole switch may be connected to one or more lights. So this is a single switch connected towards one or more lights. And we have 3x, which is three-way switch. Three-way switch. We have other three-way switch. So it said three-way switch, two switches. Three-way switch, two switches control one or more lights. Okay, so we have four-way switch, three switches control one or more lights. So in case you understand these switches and their explanation, please kindly comment at the comment section box. If you like the video too, just give us a thumbs up and like the video as well, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So guys, we have a switch pole to wall mount light, typical installation at an entry or a porch. So these are a few elements. So this is talking about typical electrical installation. So let's move on to another concept which is nice. So this is a concept I want to show you. When you come here, he's telling us about the good and the poor, or the good and the bad way of placing what switches. So the good way is to an entrance. You just have to put, when it's an entrance, and this let me zoom in so that I can explain it well. So this is a wall or a door which slides into the wall, so if you know the name of this type of door, please comment it at the comment section, but let's learn together. We inspire the world to the next generation. So this is a switch here. So it's telling us the good way. When you open a door, the space in it, the space where the door likes swings to, you just have to place for the switch at that area. So this is the good area, a good example. So let's see a bad or a poor example. So you can see this one. The door is being slid to a vertical direction, but he has placed the switch at where the door is sliding, which is a poor way of putting a switches. Okay, so let's look at a few examples, and this too is an example. So there is a space here and he places a switch here, and this side he places a switch here, which they are saying it's poor. So a good way. And so this one too, he uses what one wire to connect to what ceiling light or two bulbs, but here is using what two wires to connect two what bulbs. So guys, this is a few examples I want you to go through. In case you want the PDF, I can also send it to you so that you can go through the PDF as well. So we have a few examples here. Let me see this one. So this one is what maximum spacing requirement of what electrical layout plan. So they are trying to use a maximum spacing for the switches and the sockets as well. So let's move right away into Revit so that we try and see if we can able to what provide this electrical layout what in our tutorials today. So guys, this is the ceiling plan. As I said, we are going to draw the ceiling in order to place what the ceiling what element in it. So I'm going to click here. So anywhere you click, because we have in ceiling, we have automatic ceiling and we have a sketch. So we are using just automatic. So when you click on the automatic ceiling, you just have to click around here. So immediately you see the red boundary, it means the ceiling is being drawn. Okay, so I think it's best we hide our fence wall and also our elevations. So the command for using to hide something is EH. It's used to hide, or you can also use what, when you come to the modified area, we have this bob here, hide in element. So after drawing the ceiling, let me go back into the section I took. I think this was the section. So right now we have our ceiling here. You can select it and you see from the properties area that we have the ceiling. So let's go back to our electrical layout plan. So our electrical layout plan is what we have. So when you want to draw your electrical layout plan, we are going to use the system area, the system tabs. When you come to the system tab, we have the wires here, we have the cable trays. So the cable trays are a trays in which you provide in order to put your cables inside. So under the system area, we have the AC element inside. We have also the MEP, guys, the plumbing layout, and we have the electrical layout here. So guys, let's move on. So when you come to electrical fixtures, you can see we have some electrical fixtures here as well. We have the ceiling light, we have a whole lot of elements. So somebody is going to ask me that how did I get this ceiling fixtures here? So we have the ceiling light here. So when you come to load family, you can also load some of your elements. So I'm using Revit 2023 and I don't have this family inside. So we are going to try and load it from a different year. So I'm going to use 2021. Okay, so 2021 is cool. So I'll come to electricals. I'll search for electricals here. So under electrical area, then I can load my elements. So these are connectors, electrical powers, we have the appliances, we have the fan. So I think we're gonna need fan. So let me load the fan inside here. So some of the family selected are not a category of light fixtures. Okay, so this what I selected are not what a categories of light fixtures. So let me try and search for light fixtures. I think it's best I use 2020. Okay, so let me go back. So 2020, I'll come to the library area and I'll search for electrical. So under the 2020, we have architecture here. So this is for the electrical panel. We have terminals here. So let me try and select this one. So guys, I selected all the family from Revit 2020, the family in which I have. So guys, it has been loaded into the project. Let's see. Okay, it's still saying that we can load this element. So if we can load this element, what I think we have to do is to let me see if I can also load this. Okay, So we can load this element here. So we are going to use the ones in my template. I hope if you want the template too, I can send you the template. So we are going to provide some fan. Let me see if I can get a fan here. Or let's try and provide a symbol. So let me come to my device. Let me search for fan. Okay, so I'm going to come to my device here and also try and load some families. Okay, so our families are not working, but we have to make it work. So let's learn something here. So what are electrical fixtures? What are electrical equipment? So electrical equipment, place an electrical equipment such as panels and switches, switch gear. What are devices? So we have a whole lot of devices here. We have the telephone, the security, the lighting, and other stuff. So these are the switches in which we are talking about. So when you pick a switch here, so they said when you open so this one is what, a single switch or a double switch. We have other switches here. So I think it's best we search for switches and load in into our family. So let me understand I want to understand one or two things here. So we have electrical powers, distribution. So we have terminals here. So I think these are the switches. So let's try and load these ones here and see if it works. Okay, some of the families selected are not a category of electrical fixtures. Do you want to retry and load the family? The following are not categories, so these two are not categories of what, electrical fixtures. I don't understand what's going on. So let me try the electrical and see. Since we have the same thing here, so let me see if we can find electrical fixtures in our family. So let me try and load this one too and see. So guys, we are still trying to load the families into our electrical layout and see if it works. We pave the way. It's menu. It still did not work. So let me try and use the symbol sim which I have here. So I'll give you this template in order to work with it. So we have other switches here. We have two gang, we have two single pole, we have double pole, we have socket here, single socket, we have single here, we have triplet, we have um outlet communication. So these are sockets, double sockets. So we have our sockets here and our switches here. So I'm going to use a double pole. So I'll place them here. And also use the two single pole gang and also place that one somewhere here. Okay, so we are trying to place in our, so I'm going to put this one here. So let me use single switch for this area. So if you want to enter into the kitchen area, you just have to switch your light here before you enter. And if you want to go outside, you have to switch your light here before you enter. And in case you want to go to the dining area, you just have to have two lights here. Or you can use the one inside the kitchen. And let's try and place a switch here at the dining area. So there's going to be another switch here at the bedroom. So when you open your door, you just have to see a switch in order to get a light inside the room. So here too we can provide, I think we can provide our switches here. So same for this one. So I think we have to place a control switch here. So this other switch too is going to provide the switches for the outside. So let's go and look for fan regulator. So let me use come to electrical and come to pictures and see what are the elements we have here. So we have the ceiling light, we have what other lights here. We also have what the street light here as well. So these are types of lighting which we have. So the system fixtures controls all the light fixtures. So let's see, under the device we want to provide what electrical what electrical fixtures. So now let's go into the load family and see if you can provide, if you can get electrical fixtures here. So this is the lighting area, so I have to go to electricals, architecture, electrical power. I think this is supposed to work. So the following are not a category of light fixtures and cannot be loaded. So we have this double two and these two were not able to load. So let me close it. Okay, right now we have the three-way switch here. So this is the three-way switch. So let me delete one and try and place the three-way switch here. So the electrical area are for switches and sockets. So we have communications, and we also have data, fire alarm, lighting. So let me see what's under the lighting. I'm going to go into the lighting area. I don't know if I'm using the other element which is making it work like that, but we have, let me go and search for. So what we can do best is to come to insect load family. So under the electrical area, so I'm trying to load the families from the insect section, so that we, after loading it out, we sort it out and see what is best. So I'll come to system area and come to what components. So we have the outlet floor single, we have what outlet range, we have outlet duplex. So let's see the symbols. Let me try and place all the symbols here. So we have the TV switch. So we have TV outlet communication and we have TV. Well, let me place all the two here. I think it's the same. But let me delete one. So come back to the electrical here and also come to components. So this is outlet floor single, and this is the duplex. So we have few elements here under the components area. So let's search inside in case we can get other electrical symbols. So we also have the double here. Okay. So what I did is I came to insect. When you come to insect from here, you just have to come to load family and you load your families here. And also we have, these are the terminals. We have the distribution. So this under electrical power, we have electrical communication, we have the TV inside. So this is under electricals. So in the architecture area, we have these terminals as well, and we have communication as the fan.